Hello, everyone, and welcome. We have a little bit of computer thing going on here. I don't have access to that feature, apparently. Okay, well, we'll do that. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Apparently, we are super dark for some weird reason because we shouldn't be doing that. That's a little better. There we go. All right, so welcome to today. We're going to talk about really creating your best life. So I'm excited to be here. If you don't know who I am Gina Stroll. I'm an intuitive healer, spiritual mentor, and I get to spend my day helping people really learn to live their best, healthiest, happiest, most amazing lives. So let's see if we can change. Hold on. It's not going to let me do that. Okay, well, we're just going to go with it because here we go. We actually have another camera, but it's not letting me use that one for whatever reason. So here we go. Like, onward and upward. So I'm excited to be here. I love talking about this. It's the month of November. It's a great time to be here. It's a great time to be on planet Earth. I know a lot of people are saying, like, no, they feel like everything's really heavy. And I think it's all in your perception and how you see life. So, this is one of the first things that I talk to people about and I teach them about is really learning to change their perception of life because we can get up and go, oh God, here we go again. We got to do another day, or you can get up and go, oh my gosh, I have another day to be here. How freaking phenomenal is that? And there is a difference in the energy from the two. And if you are someone who wants to create a happier, healthier, more amazing life, it's time to start looking at all of your thoughts, all of your beliefs, all of your patterns, and decide if they are serving you to get you where you want to go, or if they are not serving you and they are keeping you, I don't really like the word stuck, but if they're keeping you stuck in your lower vibration self. Because this is really what it comes down to is really understanding that we get to choose every day what we believe. We get to choose how we see the world. We get to choose how we view the world. And when we do that, it makes life easier. And when you choose things that are more empowering for you, that really help you get to where you want to go. So let me give you an example of all of this because I've had many examples in my life. I am one of the most aware people that you'll probably ever meet. I have spent a lot of time on myself, really decoding myself, getting to learn to understand myself. That's really what got me into this work as an intuitive healer and a spiritual mentor. So I spend a lot of time intuitively tapping into myself, asking myself a ton of questions every day. What do I think to be true? What do I believe about myself? Who do I believe myself to be? What do I believe myself to be worthy of? And if you haven't asked yourself some of these questions, you should start. And this is a process. It's a discovery process to really step into this new version of you. And so as you do that, you really get to know yourself. You get to know what you really believe, what you truly believe about yourself, and then you can change them if they're not in alignment with that higher perspective, because that's what I'm really here after is that higher perspective. So we'll talk about a lot of different things today, but I want to share some of my discoveries about myself because maybe it will help you have some insight into you and maybe some of the things that you're believing. So, this last couple of years, I have had, I will say, I wouldn't call it a difficult time. I'll say I'll have some difficult things some things that felt difficult on my plate. Like to be careful how I word things. And so, as I've had some difficult things that I felt were kind of difficult for me to deal with, I decided that I wanted to change how I saw them. And so, one of the things is because I had some issues going on in my business, I realized that I got to the point that every time I picked up my phone, I was anticipating a message from somebody or something that didn't feel good to me. Okay. So every time I was picking up my phone, now I don't know about you, but how many times a day do you pick up your phone? I pick up my phone quite a few times a day. And so I realized at one time that I wanted to change that. So I didn't want to feel that anxiety creep up in me every time I picked up my phone because that's going out into the universe. And I don't want to create that for myself. I'm creating some bad shit here for myself. So I decided that I wanted to fix that. And so I started seeing myself as anticipating good news every time I picked up my phone. So do you see how I'm doing this? Now, how did I discover that? I realized that I was carrying a lot of anxiety and I'm like, where's all this anxiety coming from? And then I would hear my phone buzz and I would pick it up and I would feel that thing going on in my heart. Okay. So that's how I discovered it because I am very aware of myself and how I feel and what I believe to be true about myself. And so that's how I discovered it. And so I decided to go to work and fix that. So every time I looked at my phone, every time my phone buzzed, I would change that inside of me. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's good news. This is so exciting. I can't wait to look at that. Do you see the difference here? And so I did this every single time I picked up my phone until the point that it got to just be part of my day. It was just, oh my gosh, my phone just buzzed. How exciting. It's great news for me today. Do you see the difference? Okay. So we can do this with literally any area of our life. So if you find that when you're running into a certain person and you see them and you're dreading what they're going to say to you can flip that. You can change that. And if you've had a situation with them where that happened, you might need to go back. This is where my intuitive healing skills come in because I go back with a lot of people and we release that energy out of the body, therefore releasing that anticipation. And then we change that. We change that thought process when we see them to, oh my gosh, it's going to be good news today. They're going to treat me well today. I'm so excited. I get to see a different side of them. How cool is that? So we can change this with literally any area of your life. So this is an awesome way to really change. If you've had things in your past that you still go back to and you're like hitting up against this wall, and every time you think about it, you get nervous, you get anxiety, you get upset about it still, it's because you haven't worked through it. And we can do this literally in any area of your life. So whatever that is, go back, release that energy out of the body. Call me, I'll help you. Come book a session with me and I will help you. We will do it. I do this a lot with people who have had very messy divorces. Okay. We do this a lot in the divorce world. We go back, we release that trauma, that anxiety in there, that, oh my gosh, this is all going to fall to shit. I'm not going to get what I want, whatever it is that's going on in the relationship. There can be multiple things. And then we go to work to change it to help them step into the best version of themselves. So this really is a cool way to start seeing your life, start taking responsibility for your life, start taking responsibility for all areas of your life and start changing the way that you perceive them. You can do this with anything, literally anything. And every time you do this in every area of your life, you are lightening up your energy field. You are lightening up your energy to what's going out into the world. You start attracting different things for yourself, start attracting different people into your life. It's amazing how it works. So every time you do this, it is one of the most phenomenal things that you can do for yourself. So I hope that's helpful for you. I love sharing these little bits of information. So if this is helpful for you, leave me a comment in the chat. Like this, share this with somebody who you think might enjoy that. Let's get the word out. Help me, help you, help other people. Let's start sharing and connecting together. If you would like to know more about me, you can find me on my website at ginastroll.com. You can also come and join us right now in our Rise Healing program. I do this kind of stuff all the time. You get to work with me inside of a program to really help you create the best version of your life in all areas of your life. And I would love to have you come and do that. And nothing makes my heart happier than to watch people become the happiest, healthiest, most abundant, magnetic version of themselves. So I would love to have you come and join us. And I will see you all again soon. So much love. Have a great day. And at the time of the recording, it is Thanksgiving tomorrow. So if you're in the States, happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you all again very soon. So much love.